Hi, James Keeley here, founder of Live Rue and the Science of Uncompromising Happiness. I'm here today to invite you to join me for my year-long personal intensive. Over the last 6 months, I've worked very closely with a practitioner group, getting them ready to have all the skills to guide people into manifesting a ridiculously and unbelievably happy life. We're working towards a program that's going to launch in May, where I'll be stepping aside from the one-on-one work and simply teaching the large group and allowing them to help each person integrate that work personally. Now, since this program doesn't begin till May, this gives me the one last opportunity to work with a small group of people and to be their personal guide and coach for them to realize a ridiculously and unbelievably happy life in all aspects of their life and to benefit from small group retreats with me on the ocean. Someone recently asked me what the most important thing I've learned in my 20 years as a spiritual seeker, teacher, and healer. And I thought about it for a moment, and the first thing that came to my heart was, over this last 20 years, I've learned that inside of me and inside of everyone that I've met is something that belongs in the world, and that each of us are born with a specific song that we're meant to sing that can beautify the world. I'll tell people time and time again that the entire spiritual path is comprised of bringing our lives into harmony with our deepest longings. The question isn't, do you like yourself? The question is, do you like your life? When you look out on the life that you're living, do you feel ridiculously and unbelievably happy about it, or do you have a complaint? You see, in all these areas of our lives, whether it's friends or work or children, spouse, our finances, the lives we have are really a combination of two things. What happens to us, how we respond to it, equals the lives that we have. Now, when I'm working with somebody, the first thing I want to know is if you don't feel ridiculously and unbelievably happy about your life, then why not? What's your complaint about it? Now, more importantly, if this is your complaint and you don't feel happy about that, well, what would you like? Now, this is an important question because we want to know not just what don't you like about your life and what would you like instead, but why? What are you really longing for? If you could change your life from this to this, what could you experience or manifest or express? See, our heart's deepest longings are really the lives the divine has placed us here to manifest, or that song we're meant to sing.
Before coming to Rue, my relationship with the divine felt like a one-way phone call. I'd meditate, I'd pray, I'd ask for guidance, and I felt like I never got a real response. The Rue process is like taking that mute button off, and now I'm actually able to receive the guidance and support that has literally transformed and changed my health, my career, my family, my relationships have expanded and grown in ways I didn't think was ever possible.
You see, when we bring everything in our lives in harmony with our heart's deepest longings, our song, our unique contribution comes through into the world with full power and expression. Every part of our lives where this is dropped off into a 2 or a 3 or a 4 or a 5 or a 6, it's like that light is splintered and it comes through muted into our lives.
Before I came to Rue, I felt disconnected from my wife and son and heartbroken because I couldn't see a way to close that gap. Live Rue showed me that I was looking to them to close that distance, and what I learned is that I have the tools within myself to close the gap on my own. Now I feel closer to them than ever before and feel optimistic about becoming the husband and the father that I always wanted to be.
Usually when somebody comes to me, they come because they have a significant problem maybe with their children or their friends or their work. And they come to me because they want to have a breakthrough in that area of their life. And we do the work and I teach them how to figure out what they don't like, what they would love to have instead, and why, what they're really longing for. Once we figure out that longing, we can discover the unconscious obstacles that are between them and claiming it, work through those things, and they have a breakthrough. And this area of their life suddenly goes from a 4 to a 10. Now what happens is that changes the average score, and they begin to feel ridiculously and unbelievably happy, or what they thought was ridiculously and unbelievably happy, because they begin to realize that now that they've felt that breakthrough in this area of their life, they want to start taking on this one, and that one, and the next one. And as we work one issue after another and learn the tools that allow us to have a breakthrough, our lives become in harmony with our heart's deepest longings, and we manifest our song in the world.
I went to one of James's workshops just to go with and support my husband, who was seriously sick with Lyme disease. I had no idea we were about to embark on a journey that would not only restore him to peak health, but free me from a decades-long struggle with anxiety and panic. Using the Rue process, I was able to uncover and transform the limiting beliefs that literally held me captive in my own life. Today, I am able to comfortably and confidently follow my life's passions wherever they take me. My husband and I both got our lives back.
This year, I'm going to take 10 people and I'm going to be their partner, their coach, and walk side by side with them throughout the entire year and teach them how to take all of these numbers to 10 and then establish a lifestyle that keeps them there.
Before working with Rue, I believe that my longings were barriers, keeping me from living fully in the world, and I believe that I had to overcome them. Now, thanks to what I have learned and experienced in Rue, I know that my longings are actually guides, beckoning me to the life that I'm meant for, and the fact that they're there means that there's a way to them. And now I get what it's about. I'm living my life with my heart's desires unfolding for me.
In addition, in this year-long training, I'm going to be introducing you to the 3 areas of ourselves: the body, mind, and spirit. I'm going to show you the power of intuition that's housed inside your body, how to listen to your body's clues and get guidance into your choices and understand the things in your life you're really in relationship with. I'm going to show you how your mind and your conscious self relates to this intuition of your body. And finally, how to access the inspiration and the guidance of your spiritual nature.
Before Live Rue, I was estranged from my mom and feeling hopeless about our relationship. Live Rue made it possible for me to see a way to reconnect with my mom and see her in a whole new light. Any judgments and pain I ever had about her just faded away. This change of heart allowed me to be present at my mom's bedside for the final months and days of her life. Live Rue allowed me to get my mom back before it was too late.
As I've said, this is a unique opportunity and maybe the last opportunity to work closely with me together in a small group of 10 people who are committed to living their best lives and overcoming the obstacles in their health, relationships, work, finance, and families by accessing the power of their spiritual connection. If you were to hire me to work with you every other month for a year, that alone would cost you $6,000 or $500 a month. But I've rolled into this program these 3 retreats that are so important to step outside of your life and to be immersed in this community with myself and the other people so that you can really dive deep and find yourself. I'm so blessed that I get to step outside of my life and go into these sacred intentional retreats several times a year. And the people who've joined me over the past 6-7 years for these retreats have had tremendous life-changing breakthroughs. When you support that, so we go to these retreats and as soon as you come home the next week, we're on the phone. We're talking about how's it going integrating your latest breakthrough. Were you struggling with this? Let's take a look at that. Let's make sure that we get through that immediately so that we can keep ourselves aligned with the lives we're longing to live and move forward. You'll get these 3 4-day retreats, which usually cost around $3,000, rolled into the price of the package. In addition, there'll be a private website, and every single healing session, every single retreat is going to be recorded. So you'll be able to go back and listen to all the sessions we do, all the teachings, and really have a personal archive of your journey for that year. I'm also going to be giving you handouts, workbook materials that are going to really guide you every step of the way.
Through this process and learning these techniques, I found that I have everything I need in my hands to create a life of joy and fulfillment, not just for me, but for my family and all the people I love. I'm finally bringing through the beauty and love I always somehow knew was possible.
I hope you'll join me for this program. It's limited for the first 10 people who sign up. So if you know you're interested, make sure you contact me today. If you have any questions or would like to find out if this program's a fit for you, please reach out to me, send me an email. I'll be happy to have a conversation with you. Hopefully it's the first of many. Blessings.
I now know real happiness because of Rue. Happiness that satisfies me on all levels of my being. It's happiness that leaves no stone unturned inside me. It goes all the way through. I've been seeking to know meaning and truth, and thanks to Rue, I now know what my life is about, and I'm living it. And I love it.